Welcome back to RamZland. Today I want to talk to you all about diffusion. Diffusion is all about how particles move from a high concentration to a low concentration. And there's several ways that we can increase the rate of diffusion. Check it out. Take, for instance, these two containers of water. This flask is really warm. I can see steam at the top. It's near boiling at this point. And this container of water is lukewarm. I'm going to find out which container will diffuse this highly concentrated food coloring fastest. So I'm going to add a drop of food coloring to my warm water. Let's see how fast it diffuses into my cold water. Let's watch the rate of diffusion. Does heat affect diffusion? It looks like the food coloring is moving from a high concentration to a low concentration faster in my warm water than in my water that's at room temperature. I can still see a highly concentrated amount of food coloring in this container. But in this flask, it's completely diffused. It's spread out evenly because the water molecules in the warm water are moving faster than the molecules in the cold water. But thermal energy transfer isn't the only way that you can increase the rate of diffusion. You can also increase diffusion through mechanical energy. Check it out. Take, for instance, this flask of lukewarm water. Again, I'm going to add a little bit of highly concentrated food coloring, but this time, instead of using thermal energy to increase diffusion, I'm going to use mechanical energy. So here's my drop of food coloring. And again, you can see diffusion is really slow at room temperature. But I'm going to remove this flask, and you can see I turned off my hot plate. I'm going to put this flask on it. But now I'm going to turn on my stir plate. I want to see if the mechanical energy of stirring the water increases the rate of diffusion. Right away, you can see that as the water is stirred, the food coloring completely diffuses. Let's find out how quick another few drops of food coloring will diffuse. Here we go. Look how fast that food coloring diffuses. It's almost instant, just by adding a little bit of mechanical energy to the solution. So remember, diffusion is that process, that action of moving from a high concentration to a low concentration. You can increase that rate by using thermal energy, heat, or mechanical energy simply by stirring the solution. See you next time on RamZland.